This is an introduction to the CUPE 5100 discussion forum. A discussion forum is a place where we can share ideas, talk about things, to share pictures, and it's basically going to be private because in order to register to get on the CUPE 5100 forum, you have to use your CUPE 5100 email address. If anyone tries to register using a Hotmail or any other email address, it will not work because the admin will not know exactly who you are and you will not be able to register. So the first thing we need to do is get to the CUPE 5100 website, which I have up on the screen right now, and the address to that, the URL is CUPE5100.ca. Over on the right hand side you'll see one of the tabs says forum. You'll want to click there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click register over here on the left hand side, and what you're going to want to do is read through this registration agreement so that you will get an idea on what is expected of you in using this forum. Once you accept the terms of the agreement, you'll then be moved off to the registration page. So you're going to put your username in there, and the username can be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be your name. It can be a nickname. Keep it clean and keep it reasonable, and you can use any kind of pseudonym or alias that you want. I'm going to keep it simple here and just use the name of the registered user. I'm going to register John Doe, and the email I'm going to use is john.doe@CUPE5100.ca, and I'm going to choose a password now, and it needs to be sort of strong, but we'll never ask you to change it, so you can write this down, keep it somewhere, and then you'll be fine. We do ask you to make it reasonably difficult, so choose a capital and a number to be in there somewhere so that it's reasonably strong. Have to put it in second time just to make sure you didn't make any typos. And then you have to go down to the verification. What the verification is for is so that some internet robot doesn't come along and apply many times over for an address. This just proves that you're a human being sitting here and that you can literally copy down the letters as you see them. And then click register. So there's an interesting thing there. I did not make my passwords the same, so I have to go back and do them over. Notice the check marks match. Nothing changed in the verification, so now I'll click register and it should let me through. So now it says I have successfully registered to be on this board. But it's not over yet, because now the admin has to go in and allow us to be members of this board, which he is doing right now at another computer. Okay, so now that I've registered, I have to wait for the authentication process by the administrator of the board. He checks to make sure that we are genuine CUPE 5100 users that are logging or that are trying to access this forum. So in order for me to access or check on that, I have to go to the email. So I'm going to go back to the website, go to my webmail and log in, because that's where I'm going to find out whether or not I have been authenticated. So now I'm going to input my address and log into my email. My password. Log in. Okay. There it says right there, your registration request at the QB Local 5100 discussion forums has been received. Well, that means that I should be good to go now and I'll be able to log in. So here we are now that I've registered, I've been approved, and here's the opening page of the QP 5100 message and discussion forums board. You'll see various topics and headers down along the top. A welcome. This is where you can introduce yourself. Some general rules of etiquette and how to basically behave yourself on the board. Some news and events. Basically, this is where you're going to find some updates from the union, our particular local, and any upcoming events or announcements that will be posted here by the executive members. General forum help section. There are places where you can ask questions and get answers. Some regular GEDSB links and resources that are here. This is a spot here where you can basically learn how to post messages, and some forum terminology that most forums and message boards use. We also have a social area here where you can generally chat about anything here. If you're into sports, we have a sports section we can pop in, and basically too, if there are any other general top level topics, you could just contact the admin and he'll be able to put those in if you're interested. Whether like politics, which may not be a great thing to have on here, but it could be, right? So some current events and place to share your pictures. If you went on vacation and you want to share your pictures with different people, you can do that here. Here are different areas where you can have more focused discussions within the group on which you belong. Let's go into a couple of these and take a look. Let's go into the general chat area and take a look. These are all threads that you see here that are started by someone, and you can respond to, or you can create your own thread. Let's create a new topic. I'll just call it my vacation. Give it a subject. Notice here you can do all kinds of formatting like you can do in a word processor, and you can add these cute little smileys and other characters in there too if you want to add some emoticons to what it is. I'm just going to basically show you how to use this. I had a great vacation in Cuba, and that's all I'll put there. And then you can preview it down here so you can take a look at it to see how it's going to look at first. And you'll notice right here, my vacation, I had a great vacation in Cuba. You can do other formatting in there and say, well, you know what, I'd like that to be bolded. So you can click on the bold, it'll surround it with these tags, they're called. You preview it again, and this time you'll see that it's bolded. You can just play around with that and you can see how you can get fancy with formatting. Once you're ready to post it, you can post the message, and that'll show up as its own thread. Now, next person can come along and they can reply to that. I've since had a reply. The admin has come in and said, hey, that's great, the beaches are awesome. That's how it looks. And then I can go back and say, reply to his reply and say, I know. Clean, white, and hot like it should be. Lots of drinks, and etc. Preview it so I didn't make any stupid mistakes, and then post it. And you'll see that it is now the third message that's come up on that. So now you can see how you can carry on a conversation with different people. More the merrier. You can just basically keep going as long as you want. And that's a basic rundown on how to use the forum. If you want more experience with it, you basically just have to play around with it. Remember, there are no mistakes. Keep it clean, and you basically can't go wrong. So enjoy, dig into it a little bit, and if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask.